Hey, what's going on, guys? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. So today I want to discuss a movie that I had gotten in a few days ago. I finally got a chance to watch it, and I have some thoughts on the movie, and I did do a unboxing of the movie, so I'll go ahead and link that down below. And the movie we're going to be talking about today is Trick or Treat by Synapse Films. Let's get started. All right, guys, so as you saw my intro, we are talking about today Trick or Treat. Now, as I had already said previously, I did do an unboxing of this. I would love if you guys can check that out. So that'll be linked down below and then up in the card above for you guys to take a look at. But anyways, there it is right here. I'm not going to go through it packaging wise. I'll show you there's that because that's in the video I already did. But what I do want to talk about is the movie itself. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen this movie. And I know some of you guys are like, oh, you've never seen it and you're going to spend, you're going to pick this up for this price. Well, a couple things. One, I am a collector, so that's one. I thought this was a really good deal for what you're getting. Two, this is the first time it's ever been on 4K, and even Blu-rays, I don't even think we got it here in the States. So that's another reason why I picked it up. And three, I was reading about this movie and what it's about and kind of and I would argue there's some social commentary in this movie about the time, obviously, it was released in the 80s. That is right up my alley. I grew up on 80s metal, hair metal type music. All that kind of stuff was my jam as a kid. And so when I heard Gene Simmons, Ozzy Osbourne was in this, and I heard AC/DC was originally going to be doing the music for this. And then, of course, they have Fastway doing the music for this. I was like, this I have to check out. And that's why I picked it up. Now, we're talking, well, first let's talk about the transfer, right? Because that's what a lot of you guys are more interested in, especially the ones who have seen the movie. Amazing. I give this a perfect score. The transfer on this, what they did with this movie is spectacular. They did take the original camera negative and they restored it that way. And Synapse did an amazing, amazing job. Also, who else was in this? I forget the other label. They did this with Red Shirts Home Video. Those two, they did such an amazing job. I think it looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's such a... It's done in Dolby Vision, and it just, some of the scenes look amazing. A lot of the Eddie, who's the main kid in the movie, a lot of his scenes up in his attic look beautiful. You can really, that's where a lot of this shines. And there's another scene where Tony Field's character, Sammy Carr, the main guy right here, his death that you see, and it's in a hotel that's on fire. And that scene, it was, it looks so good. I was so impressed with this. I think they did an amazing, amazing, amazing job. Sound-wise and audio-wise, I don't have a crazy good Atmos system. As I've said before, I have a Dolby Atmos soundbar, so take that for what you will. Nothing blew me away. I was kind of hoping that with this being centered around the 80s hair metal, the 80s metal music and genre, that they would really push the audio side of it. Unfortunately, we didn't get an Atmos track or anything like that. You are getting your standard DTS 5.1, which still sounds great, just nothing to write home about, in my opinion. So basically, the movie follows this boy right here. His name is Eddie, and he is just a kid down on his luck. He gets bullied all the time in high school. He gets made fun of because of the music he listens to, because of the way he dresses, and he basically worships this guy, Sammy Carr. He's his biggest fan. It starts even off the beginning, him writing a letter, basically a love letter to him. Well, you find out in the movie, Sammy Carr dies tragically in his hotel room that catches on fire. So after he finds out about that, he goes to, honestly, one of his only friends, who is a disc jockey, and he goes to the studio, and it is played by Gene Simmons, right? And so he's talking to him, and he's all upset. So Gene Simmons' character Nuke gives him the last known record of his album. And he said, go, I want to give this to you. So he takes it home and he starts playing it, and he discovers that if you play it backwards, things start happening. And essentially, he kind of does a ritual in that aspect and brings him back to life. And he's kind of this demon, just evil spirit thing that comes back. And that's essentially what it's about. Such a fun movie. I really had a good time with this movie. Now, I did talk about the social commentary that this had for that time. This movie came out during the time of what is known as the Satanic Panic, where mainly media really pushed this idea that metal music was basically devil's music and Satan's out to get you with this stuff. And it was not only that, it was also in the movies and everything, but it was mainly focused on the music side of it. And they really played into that, especially with playing the tracks backwards, because that was a big thing then, that they thought, a lot of these music, you play it backwards, there's some evil demonic messaging in it, which of course there are some songs out there that in that time when you play it backwards, there was a message, which, of course, right or wrong, that these bands did that, did not help the idea of the Satanic Panic and what was being pushed by the media at the time. I thought it was hilarious seeing Ozzy Osbourne's character. He plays a televangelist, essentially talking about how metal music is devil's music, and that, I'm going to put this down, that it's disgusting and it needs to stop. I thought that was that was very clever, and I thought that little satire was very, very funny. So there's the two cameos really of the movie. You got Gene Simmons as a nuke, who is the disc jockey of the radio station, and then you have Ozzy Osbourne. It's just a little short little cameo that he has in the movie where he is a televangelist, and it's kind of like a little special that they show on the TV on one of the scenes. One of the other amazing things that Synapse did for this and Red Shirt Pictures was the special features. Now, unfortunately, I haven't seen all of them. There's a lot of really good ones in there. There's an amazing documentary in here. One of the ones I did want to talk about is they did a tribute to Tony Fields, where they talk with his friends and family. He went to high school in Davis, California, so that's kind of near where I live, so I thought that was pretty neat. But I think it had his cousins, some sisters, some family friends and stuff. And it was a very moving tribute. Let me tell you, you could tell he was a really good guy. And so tragic how he passed away. It is really unfortunate. But I am glad that they were able to put that out with this. All the amazing special features you got with this. You even have an amazing documentary that has a special guest appearance with Gene Simmons himself. So that's awesome. I doubt they can get Ozzy Osbourne. One, I don't know if they can afford him, or two, if he can even, physically or mentally do it. The guy is, anyways, I definitely recommend this movie. I don't know if these are still available. I know Synapse, last I saw, cover A and cover C are sold out, and cover B was the only one available from what I saw. But they did announce that later on they are going to be releasing a standard edition of this. So if you don't want to pick out this nice deluxe limited edition chunky set, or it's all sold out, you can't get them, they're going to be releasing them later for you to pick up in a standard edition. It's just probably not going to have the slipcase or, anything like that. But would I recommend you picking this up? Absolutely. I think this is a must own in anybody's collection. And it's not really, I wouldn't classify this as a horror movie, a scary movie. It's kind of its own thing. Now, yes, it's got some scary or horror aspects of it, with Sammy Carr coming back from the dead as his demonic thing. But that's really about it. It's not too scary. And the coolest scene in the movie, if you're a big 80s hair metal fan, the scene at the high school dance where he comes and performs, best scene of the movie. I was blown away. That was really, really cool. Music in this also, awesome job to the music. This soundtrack, you get the soundtrack with this release, and I think was a smart move by them, because you got a movie about the 80s and the 80s hair metal scene and all that stuff. It was really cool that they added the soundtrack for it in this. So there is my review of Trick or Treat. And guys, that's going to be it for my video today. If you guys enjoyed it, please go down below and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course, hit that bell notification. As I said before, I will link all the places that you can pick this up right now, if they're still available, down below for you guys to check out. Also, check me out on Instagram. I'm on there. I'll link that down below as well. I'm always active on there, so go ahead and check it out there. And guys, other than that, that's all I have for you today. You guys take care.